That off over 10 furlongs in the race and stage 3-year-old fillies maiden. One of the first to show is Red Azalea, the grey coloured jacket with Inchiquin Maid. On the inside, handy as Arc as they make the first turn. Then Schlee Foddergeen on the outside. Fenella was inconvenienced at that first turn. Arc, the early leader from Red Azalea, Inchiquin Maid. The Dame Blanche is on the inside of Chocolat Bleu. And then Schlee Foddergeen with a couple of lengths to Emily Dickinson, the dark blue jacket on the inside of Isotta. And they're followed by Cinco Saltos and Fenella next with, on the outside, bumped along as Queen of Seduction, and then Champagne, Corky, Believe in Miracles. Heading for the 6 furlong point, and the field nicely spaced out. In front is Arc by a length and a half to Inchiquin Maid, disputing second place with Red Azaleas. These three have opened up a 4-length advantage over Chocolat Bleu, and then Schlee Foddergeen and La Dame Blanche is on the inside of Isotta, and then Emily Dickinson as they come inside the halfway stage. 4.5 furlongs to go in the race and stay fillies maiden, and it's Arc holding sway over Inchiquin Maid, Red Azalea, then Chocolat Bleu and Schlee Foddergeen next. 2.5 lengths to Isotta, and then La Dame Blanche and Emily Dickinson, and on the inside is Cinco Saltos as they turn into the straight with just over 3 furlongs to go. They're followed by Believe in Miracles and Fenella, Champagne, Queen of Seduction. Corky is the back marker with 2.5 furlongs to go. Ridden along in the lead is Arc, challenged by Red Azalea, one off the rail. Couple of lengths to Chocolat Bleu, and then Cinco Saltos, who's followed by Schlee Foddergeen and Emily Dickinson. La Dame Blanche out wide is Believe in Miracles and Isotta as Red Azalea comes to pick off Arc on the rail. Couple of lengths to running on Cinco Saltos with Chocolat Bleu. Emily Dickinson is arriving late, and then La Dame Blanche inside the final 150 yards. And on the outside, it's Emily Dickinson coming to press close to the line. Red Azalea, it's Emily Dickinson who got there in the end from Red Azalea, and then Arc, Chocolat Bleu and La Dame Blanche. Another score for Ryan Moore, Aidan O'Brien.
Yes, he sure does. Thanks, Jess. And Aidan, many congratulations. Last time I met you, spoke to you at Navan the other day, the 5 time. You have a double tonight.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. The horses ran well in Navan, and 2 tonight ran lovely races as well, so delighted really.
2-year-old in the first, and Hansard already great record. I think that's juvenile winner number 5 out of 7 runners.
Yeah, she's a grand filly. She was a babyish enough. We hadn't done an awful lot with her. She had a little bit of a hold up kind of 6 weeks ago, so she was just ready to come racing today, and we just thought it was a lovely race for her. Lovely ground, lovely track, and we thought the experience would do her good, and Ryan was very happy with her.
And she looked at in the run as well that she's going to improve greatly from that first run, isn't she?
Yeah, Ryan thought that she was very babyish and green, and he nursed her the best he could and taught her. So he felt the same, that he said that there should be plenty of progress from there.
And how does she fit in with some of your other juveniles so far? You won what looks a really good filly, Calibrate, was it at the Curragh a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, no, they never filly as well, won very nicely out Pembina. Yeah, so yeah, I suppose the filly at the Curragh had done more than this filly. This filly had done plenty early, but then like she was off for a good while and she wasn't yet back into full work, you know. So I suppose the filly in the Curragh had done more up to her run than this filly, but you'd have to be very happy with her really.
What next to her, Aidan? Any immediate plans for her next?
No, I think because it probably happened a little bit quick for her today, we'd probably give her 2 to 3 weeks maybe before she comes back, and it will be interesting to see if she goes back in 3 weeks or a month, to see how much progress she does make, or does she make any progress. But it will be interesting to see, but it's possible that she could make plenty.
Good stuff. Emily Dickinson. I thought Ryan was from the furlong pole, was always confident he was going to get there. She only got one backhander. I thought she's run a little snug in the line. I know she needed every yard of the trip. I'd imagine when she steps up and trip, she's going to be a different filly.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Ryan gave her a lovely ride. He nursed her as long as he could, and it's like what you said, he only gave her one backhander, and Ryan said exactly what you said, that the minute she steps up and trip, she will improve greatly, up to 1.5 miles, and he said she could even stay further. So he was delighted with her. I suppose it was a good even pace. Wayne went a good even pace, and I think Gavin followed him, and they were second and third. So it was a solidly run race, and she probably learnt a lot. So I'm delighted, really.
And obviously she's out of that brilliant but quirky mare, Chiquita. She doesn't seem to have any of those quirks from what we've seen this evening.
No, I suppose exactly. Donica had a sister, I think, last year, the year before, and was a very nice filly as well. So she's a lovely filly. She's coming along lovely, progressing lovely. She'll handle an ease. Seems to be very genuine and is going to get the classic trip well. So she's a lovely filly, really.
And obviously she's in both Oaks. Is she, I think, still in the Guineas? Guineas might be just a bit in the sharp side for her. Will we see her back here in Oaks Tribe?
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, and she won't mind stepping up to 1.5 miles, and you would imagine plenty will come. We'll see where we can get a trial for her somewhere, I suppose, like Linkfield or something, going 1.5 miles, or probably looking at her today. You'd like to go up and trip now and listen and see what will happen then. But there's every chance that she could progress plenty from there.
And she's come forward from her first run at Leopardstown, which is very encouraging as well. She's a massive big filly. You can see why she only had the one run last season.
Yeah, Seamus rode her and loved her in Leopardstown. She's lovely, big quality filly, lovely head on her. She's all quality, really. So it's just to keep her coming along slowly, and she probably learned plenty today because the pace was even and it was consistent. So it probably rode like a very good maiden, or more than a maiden. Like they went a good solid pace, and when you do that, they learn plenty.
Of course, Aidan, horse could be in better form ahead of a classic week. First of the classics this season. Firstly, the Guineas 2000 colts on Saturday, Luxembourg, Pint Lonsdale.
Yeah, everything's going well with them so far. They'll work in the middle of the week and then go from there. But the plan with both was to go there, and they wintered well, and they came through the spring well, and they were at the Curragh, I think, about a month or 5 weeks ago, and everything went well, and everything has went well since then. So I suppose everything going according to plan so far.
I've never seen them at the Curragh. I thought, just to look at them physically, they'd done really well from 2 to 3.
Yeah, two fine, big, uncomplicated horses. Very easy to do anything with. I suppose Andrew, who's in charge of them, and Rachel, who rides out Point Lonsdale, and Killian rides out Luxembourg, they've been very happy with them all along. So everything has went well. Seamus and Wayne ride them work. I suppose like everything has went as you would hope so far, and obviously we've the rest of the week to get through.
Great stuff. Moving on to the fillies on Sunday. We left 3 in. Obviously, Tenburism. Is Ty and Tuesday left in as well?
Yes, both 3 of them left in. Tenburism, the plan was always to go there. Everything has went well with her as well. She was at the Curragh. Dean rides her and Wayne. They've been very happy with her, Jamie. And then we didn't think Tuesday would make it. When she won her maiden here, she was very green. We thought it was going to come too quick for her, but she's made great progress in the last 3 weeks, and it looks like if everything goes well in the middle of the week that she might run as well. Obviously will improve plenty. She's a June foal, so she will progress plenty through the year, but it looks like if everything goes well that she could go with her. Lovely filly as well. She's a sister to Minding, obviously, and doing everything lovely. And then Ty, Brett is riding her, and she's coming along lovely, but I think it might come a little bit quick for Ty, and she might go to the French Guineas. I think that's what the lads are thinking at the moment. But listen, the middle of the week will tell us more. But listen, it's so far so good with them.
It's only a week ago last Saturday she won her maiden in Cork.
Exactly, and we went to Cork with the plan that if she was going to France, that she was after racing around the right-handed bend. There was 7 furlongs. We were a little bit afraid might be a bit tight, and she was drawn very high. But Seamus rode her, and he was delighted with her. She handled a bad position very well, and she got her position and travelled well and quickened. So you would have to be very happy with what she did. And I suppose we'll see how next couple of weeks comes, but it seems to have come out of it well.
And then just going back to Tenburism, I think just as soon as you mentioned Tenburism, just that magical performance of winning the Sheveley Park last year, from literally coming from last to first to Bolton.
Yeah, she did it here in her maiden first time out, and it was very impressive. She came from the back with Seamus and took off and won very easily, and then she got a good setback after that, and she was only back in work kind of 2 months before the Sheveley Park, and we didn't think that it was possible really that she could win. We were hoping that she would run well and learn plenty at the track, but Ryan took his time on her and she took off. and won very nicely. And what she did was very impressive, we thought, to win, and went to the line like looking that she would get 7 furlongs. So there's always a chance then, if they can do that at a 2-year-old to get 7, that they could get a mile. So yeah, she looks very, very nice filly at the moment, and everything she's done has been lovely.
Great stuff. Well, Aidan, well done tonight. Best of luck for the weekend, Guineas weekend, and many thanks for your time as always.
Pleasure, Kevin. Thanks very much.